Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.
My name is Gaku Ashihara. It was my dream to be thought of as just an ordinary high school student. However, the reality is ruthless, and it wasn't until recently that I was able to attain that normality. Well, what I want to say is that I am by no means your normal high school student. It wasn't until I was 5 years old that I realized that I wasn't normal. It was when I got injured while having a play fight with my friend. The injury itself was merely a scratch. There was nothing to worry about. It was something that would happen to any kids when they played outside. But my father didn't think so. I remembered very well my friend's face who was crying and his parents' faces who were staring at me while leaving. Or rather, it might be more accurate to say that even until now I couldn't forget their faces. From that day onward, that friend never came near me again. Even I felt something was wrong, so I decided to ask my father for the truth. For a long time, I've been somewhat afraid of my father, that I was avoiding talking to him. But now, I couldn't just stay still anymore. I had to ask him.
Dad, what did you say to Yuya?
You are my precious boy, and you're going to be the heir to this group in the future. I have to remove any risk factor, right?
Group? Risk factor? What does that mean?
Well, it's something you don't know yet. However, it means you have to choose the people you hang out with. Don't play with that kid anymore.
I don't understand. Why can't I play with him?
You don't need to know. You just need to listen to me, okay?
But...
What's it? You still got something to say?
No, nothing.
At that time, I was only 5 years old, and I couldn't possibly go against my father. And those kinds of things continued even when I was in elementary school, in junior high school. If I got into even the slightest danger, my father would know and our friendship would be torn apart. No matter how many times I approached them or they approached me, in the end there wasn't a single one by my side. Before I knew it, I started avoiding getting close to people. During junior high, Tanaka, do you think I can assume the responsibility of being the head of the group in the future? And by that time, even I, who was dull-witted, have come to understand my position. My father is the head of a gangster group, Chokogumi, and I knew he was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of this town where I was born. And I also knew that my father planned to train me as the next head of the group without listening to me first as soon as I graduated from high school. And also, eventually, I was told that I would become his heir.
Well, that's what boss has in mind.
Me, who grew up in such a closed environment?
Well, I don't understand what you want to say, young master.
You do know, right? It's fine. Tell my father that I'm not going to these high schools.
Eh? Even if this means going against the boss's opinion?
This is the moment that I went against my father's plan for the first time. If you want to take it that way, go ahead. I'm not going to do what my father tells me to anymore.
I see. Well, that's fine with me, but it's better to prepare a reason for it.
You don't have to say it. I know that fully. I'm his son. I know that he's not going to like it.
Well, I guess so.
If I just have it my way, my father would use force and beat me into submission. In the end, the only way left would be to persuade him.
So, you went through the trouble to ask for my time just to say this to me? That means you've thought this through, right?
Yes. Do you think that in an environment like this where you're constantly being watched and kept away from danger, you can grow into an honorable man that can assume the responsibility of the group in the future?
Are you complaining about assuming the responsibility of being the next head of the group?
That's not what I mean. I just thought that without a little bit of freedom, people can't grow, that's all.
You just want to get out of surveillance, right?
Even if that's the case, isn't it true that I can't stay like this forever?
3 years.
Eh?
Only for the next 3 years in high school. I'll allow you freedom with conditions added. But after that, you will be the next head of this group as planned. Understand?
What's the conditions?
Send me a letter once a month and report your current situation.
Is that all?
Also, once every 3 months, I'll pay you a visit without telling you. If I deem there's even the slightest bit of suspicion, I'll bring you back immediately. If you can't promise me these, then this proposal's off the table.
I understand. I promise you.
Then this is the end of the discussion. I have things to do now. Get out.
With this once-in-a-lifetime courage, I obtain a time-limited conditional freedom. Yes, that's right. this is how I obtained the normality that I even dreamed of. The only problem is the visit every 2 months, but I guess it's fine since Tanaka will be the one coming anyway. It's easy to get out of his surveillance. I've finished the preparation for my move to the neighboring prefecture where no one has heard of the name Chokogumi. And so my happy school life begins. At least that's what I thought. But reality is ruthless, and my ability to communicate with friends stopped developing when I was in elementary school, so it's difficult for me to make friends. There he was, a foolish person who couldn't even make friends by himself. There he was, the next head of the group who lacked the ability to communicate. It was the time when I felt the most pathetic in the world. When I met her.
What's with that face? You look like you're the most pathetic person in the world.
Huh? What is it all of a sudden?
Don't worry, I'm not pitying you.
Ha! Thank you for that. Because after all, I gained nothing from your sympathy.
You're weird, you know? I thought I'd said something pretty harsh, though.
Really? The general public might think like that. But I've been told worse things. Besides, speaking of weird, I think you're much weirder for thinking you yourself are harsh to someone you just met, don't you think so?
This is not the first time we met.
Eh? Have we met before somewhere else?
You introduced yourself, right?
Are you talking about the self-introduction I did on my first day here? I don't think there's anyone who remembers.
I'm Gaku Ashihara. I just moved from the neighboring prefecture. I didn't have the chance to play with my friends before, so I wanted to make new friends here.
What? That's my self-introduction. You remembered?
Not just yours. I remember everyone's full name and their hobbies in this class.
Why did you do such a troublesome thing?
It's to maintain discipline.
Discipline?
Didn't you hear during the class meeting? I've been appointed as a disciplinary committee member of this class.
I appreciate that, but that's not what I'm asking. I want to know how my self-introduction has anything to do with discipline.
What a strange question. If you know their name and hobby, and also how they speak, you can understand what type of personality they have. If you know their personality, you can also understand their discipline. It's just the law of nature, okay?
At that time, I didn't get what that meant yet. However, I was able to grasp the nuances somehow. So, you're saying you want to know who is more likely to cause a problem and who isn't?
Well, you can put it like that. If I look at you that way, you might be someone who I should pay attention to.
What? What does that mean? Me who looks like a harmless person look like that? I feel like she's seen my past, so I got a little bit frightened.
People who don't seem to have the ability to communicate with other people well are bound to have problems.
I see. That's what you meant?
What, anything else that comes to mind?
No, of course not.
You really are weird. Well, okay, don't get into trouble if you make a mistake.
You don't have to say it. I know.
I see. Here it is.
What's this?
My contact number. Contact me if you think you're about to get into trouble.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
Just like I said, I don't mean anything weird, so don't worry.
This is how I managed to get the contact information of the first girl in my life. You're also weird, you know that? I've not heard of someone who would just pass their contacts to someone else.
This is the fastest way. And also, I am Sayaka Motomachi, not you, okay?
If you say it like that, I also have a name called Gaku Ashihara, not you, okay?
Oh my. If you are fine with it, then I am too. Nice to meet you, Ashihara.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Sayaka.
What? You really are weird.
Huh? For a moment, she seemed to be blushing, but I guess it's just my imagination. This is how me and Sayaka met. And it's been a month since then, and here we are, but why am I here doing this?
Hey, stop daydreaming and start working.
Yes. Me and Sayaka were organizing some disciplinary committee documents in an empty classroom after school.
Ashihara, do you understand your responsibility as a disciplinary committee member?
Well, if you get elected like that, to hell with that responsibility.
Sensei nominated you. It's an honor.
What? Anyway, it was your fault to begin with.
What? You got something to say?
A lot! Yeah, that's right. It was the day after meeting with Sayaka. Eh? Me as the disciplinary committee member? Yeah, majority of the students chose Sato yesterday, but it looks like he doesn't want to be one. Eh? But yesterday's meeting went smoothly, right? No one was against it. That's right, but apparently there were problems between Motomachi and Sato. Problem, you say? It seems that Sato made some rather demeaning remarks on being a disciplinary committee member, and Motomachi got angry at that. I thought I would be surprised when I heard that, but it somewhat made sense. It's hard to imagine that Sayaka, who hates troubles, would start a fight, but I could sense the pride in her as a disciplinary committee member from yesterday's conversation. Anyone gets angry when their pride gets offended. That's why I understand. Sensei, can I think about it first? That's how I decided to ask them about what happened. First is Sayaka. So why did you ask me not to cause troubles, yet you yourself started one?
It was his fault.
What did he say exactly?
That man was saying bad things, like, it's a piece of cake being a disciplinary committee member. I can do just as I please. Or like, there is no way I will go and check the bags every morning.
Well, that's pretty bad.
Right. That's why I gave him a piece of my mind. That's all.
You could have handled it much better rather than like this to maintain the discipline, don't you think so?
Oh my, what a thing to say. If you really want to talk to me about discipline, why don't you take his place?
That's...
If you don't have the courage to do it, then mind your own business. This is between me and him.
Is that so? It's impossible to go any further, so I went to talk to Sato. Sato, can I have a minute with you?
Who's this guy?
Well, wait, so what's up? I want to talk to you about the disciplinary committee member. Let's talk outside the classroom, okay? When we went out to the hallway, Sato started talking to me in a different look and tone. So, what? I thought I've already told Sensei that I'm not going to be the disciplinary committee member, though. Be more responsible for the position that has been given to you, okay? It's not like I wanted to be one in the first place, and besides, it has nothing to do with you, right? I'm about to be one in your place. It has everything to do with me. Seriously? Then you just do it. No, it's not like that, okay? Anyway, why did you say something like making fun of the committee member in the first place? Jeez, fine, I'll explain it to you, and in return you're gonna be the committee member if you want to know, okay? That's fine. For the time being, I thought if I missed the opportunity then I wouldn't be able to hear it, so I agreed. Yesterday after school, I was chatting with my girlfriend and some friends, and we started talking about the disciplinary committee member, and we were just saying it together with some jokes, that's all. You guys didn't say anything worse than that? Ha! I don't know how much you've heard, but it was just some jokes with my friends, okay? And that girl took it so seriously and got angry. Saying stuff like, a jerk like you neither has the right to make fun of it nor the right to be one. Anyway, she was the one who told me to quit the position, okay? That's enough. I understood. Thanks for telling me. I'll leave the rest to you. I wanted to leave that spot as fast as possible. After listening to both of them, I have no intention of competing over who's right or wrong. However, I just couldn't psychologically respect him. I just simply couldn't understand his thoughts. I was really mad from the bottom of my heart at him for hurting other people's pride with those words and didn't even bother to apologize. And now just saying things without thinking, I sympathize with Sayaka from the bottom of my heart. I'm aware that I'm not the type of person who can be a disciplinary committee member, but I think I could do a better job than him. So I decided to accept the position by a process of elimination.
Since you yourself have made the decision to be one, then it's your job to carry it on until the end, right?
That's true, but for some reason, even if you say it like that, it just doesn't feel quite right.
What? People hate men who complain about the past, you know?
Really? I'm swearing at it, but actually I started to think that it's not as bad as I thought. For the last 2 months, this job with her was something new and interesting for someone like me who didn't interact with other people. I did get told to do miscellaneous tasks like right now, but I started to feel that this is a good thing, the time spent talking to her. Perhaps this is because of her personality. If you know their personality, you can also understand their discipline. I somewhat started to understand the meaning of those words. Things were going smoothly, then one day something happened. Hey, Motomachi, come to think of it, I still haven't gotten an apology from you, right?
Huh? You're the one who should apologize, okay?
Hey, I think it's better for you to apologize, don't you think so, Motomachi?
Yeah, you don't want to get on the wrong side of him, because...
I'm the next head of the gangster group, Choco Gumi.
What?
Just when I was wondering what you were gonna say. That's it? Do you think I'll believe a lie like that?
Tell me you still think you could say that after looking at this. Saying that, Sato showed off the necklace around his neck. If you live around here, you should have seen this, right? It's the proof of the Chokogumi.
What? It's true that...
Speaking of Chokogumi, it's that group where those who disobey would be killed, including their families, right?
Well, that's just an urban legend, but it's true that it's an organized gangster group.
Really? I was disappointed in two ways. The first one is that I've come all the way to the neighboring prefecture, yet still our group's notoriety is spread well beyond our hometown. And the next one is that the name of our group is being used without our permission and is spreading in a bad way. And there's one more thing I know. The family crest on that necklace is fake. There's no way I would mistake something that I've seen thousands of times. Besides, there's no way my father would let someone like him in the group. In other words, everything he says is a lie. But only I know our group well.
Come on, what's wrong? Open your mouth and say it, Motomachi.
She closed her mouth when she was about to say something back. It's fine if it's just her, but she cannot ignore the possibility that her family might be harmed. Then she trembled slightly. The whole class is being disturbed by this pipe dream. At the center of this class, Sato's the only one who's grinning. This is wrong. There are ways to diffuse this situation. But if I do that, I won't be able to go back to my normality. Even so,
Sorry.
Wait, this is not like you, apologizing to someone like him. When she was about to open her mouth again, I stood in front of her.
But the Chokogumi.
Don't worry, that's a lie.
How did you know it's a lie?
Of course, I know, because I'm the next head of the group for real.
Eh?
That's the real family crest? Starting from him, everyone from the class heard it.
That's impossible! Besides, Chokogumi is the gangster group from the neighboring prefecture in the first place. How did you...
Yeah, you're right. You know it very well, don't you? But do you really think you can cheat just by doing a little research and making a cheap accessory?
No way!
I really didn't mean to reveal it like that, you know? Because of this, I couldn't make any friends before. I thought at least in high school this kind of thing wouldn't happen.
Impossible!
But I couldn't forgive you. It's not like I also like the group, but it pissed me off that you used our group name without permission like that. Besides, even when I was asking you about the disciplinary committee member, I felt like throwing up just by listening to you.
What?
So, what are you gonna do? If I'm not mistaken, in our group, fraud is something that would be severely punished, though. Am I right, Tanaka? Oh, you got me. You think I don't know? How long do you think we've known each other? Well, I'm glad that today's the day you're visiting him. Take him to my father. I understood, but young master, finally you've become aware of your responsibility as the next head of the group. I'm happy. Shut up and listen to me, and tell him that I'll be going back home soon. Oh, is it okay? If it's about today, then I could say something to convince him. It's fine. I went too far today anyway, so there's no way I can get back to my normal school life, right?
You are going back?
Oh, who's that? Looking back, there she was, standing there crying.
No! I still need you to help me with the work as a disciplinary committee member.
I'm sorry, but find someone to replace me. Besides, it's too much for the son of the head of a gangster group to be the disciplinary committee member anyway.
So, it's true that you're the next head?
Well, it's not officially decided yet, though.
Even so, I want you to continue working as a committee member. It's not like everything up until now was a lie, right?
But... Okay, how about this? I will take this guy back first, and I'll sugarcoat the report as well. So please think about it before you make any decision. This is your life after all. Tanaka? After saying that, Tanaka disappeared with Sato. During that time, Sayaka took me to the usual empty classroom.
There is really nothing you can do about it?
You think I could do anything about it? I'm the son of the head of the group, you know.
I don't care about that. You are you, right?
What? I'm really confused now. This is not what you would usually talk to me, right?
Because you're my first friend, and I'm not going to lose my friend over this.
First?
Yeah, because of my annoying personality, I didn't have a single friend who would hang out with me. What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that, but
So what if you're the son of the head of the group? So what if you have the tattoo? If that's the case, then I'm just an otaku, an introvert, and nobody who failed to change in high school.
Huh? My head is about to explode from all kinds of information.
In other words, what I'm trying to say is everyone has their own secrets. In your case, your secret just got blown out a bit, that's all.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's why you're not the only one who carries secrets. If you think about it like that, you can continue your high school life, right?
But that's not the case for other people.
Just ignore them. You have me.
You really are weird.
That's fine. Weird people hang out with each other better.
Hang out?
Stupid! That's not what I meant. But, well, it might also depend on you from now on.
What does that mean?
Who knows? Well, anyway, do you feel like staying in school now?
I'll do my best and stay if you insist.
Okay, then, once again, it's nice to meet you, the next head of the group.
That's right. My life just started. My school life, my relationship with Sayaka, it all just started. It was my choice, just a little bit more. Let's do our best. I believe there will be happiness ahead.